Welcome back, guys, to part 2 of the DIY 270 degree awning. Today we're going to be working on getting the cover put on the arms that we installed last week. And what we have here is a 9mm reflective tarp from Harbor Freight Tools. This is 11 by 15. We're going to end up, what we're going to do start out is we're going to stretch it out on top of the trailer, attach it to the end of the arms where we want, kind of position it. Then we're going to go through with the Sharpie and mark the section of the tarp that needs to be cut out around the tent. So let's get at it. All right, we're getting ready to start unfolding the Harbor Freight 11 by 15 tarp here. My beautiful assistant today. This tarp is silver in color and it is 9mm thick. It is 11 by 15 again. Okay, we're pulling the tarp up on top of the trailer and folding the arms out, getting everything in position. I'm going to go around and temporarily zip tie the corners of the tarp to the arms, and then we're going to pull out the slack and try to get everything as square as we can with the trailer. Next, I'm going to go underneath the tarp and start marking the areas that need to be cut with a Sharpie. Then I'll move over to the driver's side and do the same. We're going to be removing the tarp from the trailer and moving it back to the deck here and get it marked and cut. We're going to be using an 8-foot level here for a straight edge and a common pair of household scissors to cut the tarp. Hope and Gracie seem like they're wore out already, but I'm glad that they're relaxing and staying out of Papa's way. Much easier without a dog in your face. That there piece is the leftover scraps that we had off the tarp. I'm just cleaning up the middle section there where the pivot arms will be. Now we're going to start installing the Gorilla Tape on the edges that we cut. We are folding those over just to give it some extra strength also. We will be putting some extra tape along in the center pivot area there, in that corner. Just because it is a corner, it would tend to rip a little easier. So we're going to kind of beef that corner up a little bit. Just be mindful as you're putting the tape and folding it. If you're going to be putting grommets in, you won't want to fold it too many times and put too much tape on it, because it will be kind of thick for the grommets, which will be our next step here. We went through a whole roll of tape, I think, on this, plus a little extra that we had in Lucille. Next, we're going to be putting the grommets in on the corners and one down in the center of each of those cuts we made. I bought this kit off of Amazon for like $10. It has some brass grommets. I think they're 3/4 in size. And it also comes with the tool to install them. All right, we're moving the tarp back to the trailer, and I'm going to temporarily zip tie the tarp back to the arms again, just so we can get it stretched out and get it positioned. And we're tying that end of it with some paracord just to tighten the tarp up on both ends there. I'm identifying some areas where the tarp is rubbing against the brackets, and I'm marking those with the Sharpie so we can go back and put some Gorilla Tape in those areas just to give it some extra strength and wear surface. Here I am taking self-tapping screws and a fender washer and going through the factory grommets on each corner just to get the tarp anchored down there. Here we're just chatting about how nice it's going to be to have a shade over our heads, and how nice it's going to be to cook under that, because it's going to completely cover our counter back here on the back door, and that'll be super nice. Here it's just kind of example how it's going to fold up here and how easy it's going to be to unfold and set up. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the self-tapping screws back out, and we're going to take the tarp off and bring it back to the deck. Here we're just going to reinforce that corner area there where the bracket is and those wear spots that we identified earlier. We're also going to be putting some strips of tape up and down where the arms will be. We have made some like 10-inch braces that's going to go on top of the arm to give it some pitch on the tent for whenever we get rain. It'll help it roll off. Here we're installing it back on the trailer, screwing it back together. And we're going to get it stretched up here. Good and tight. We got these poles off of Amazon, and they collapse down to 30 something inches and they extend out over 8. But this will help support these poles during some lovely Oklahoma winds. Here I'm going through and putting a plug in the end of the 1-inch square tubings, and there is the bracket that I made with a tennis ball on it that will prop up the tarp and let the water roll off a little easier. Well, hey guys, that's going to wrap up this episode of the DIY 270 awning. Glad you made it to the end, and got to see the beautiful shade that we got to set under. It's going to be a great addition to the trailer. Guys, if you got any questions about the awning, please let me know. I'll be glad to answer anything you, if I can, I'll answer it. So it's a cheap option to do versus buying a $700 or $900 awning. I don't know, we spent a couple $100 maybe with the poles and everything. Yeah, probably. So I mean, it's probably you know, a fourth of what a new one, store-bought one would cost you. So, and so yeah, you can always get a you could always get you a professional made cover made for this, besides using a
tarp,
Harbor Freight tarp. So, but even if you gotta change the tarp out every year, it's only $20-something, so it wouldn't be a bad option. So, all right, guys. Well, thank y'all for watching. If you have not subscribed to our channel, we would appreciate it if you would consider it, and hit the like button if you like this video, if it helped you. And we will see you on the next video, guys. Y'all have a blessed week.
Bye.
Bye.